Hey YouTube, I thought I'll, do a video on my experience buying a home. Um, it was me and my hubby's first experience buying a home. We wind up not getting the house. We did put in 2 offers to get the home, and it fell through. So things I didn't know when purchasing a home. Well, I'll just go through a short story of how it all began. Okay, so first of all, you want to make sure that your credit score is where it needs to be so you can get the proper funding. Once your credit score is good, you want to make sure you have enough for a down payment for the home, because depending on the down payment, it determines how much you're going to pay a month. Because we went for the FHA loan because it was a smaller down payment, and the FHA is like 3.5% down, and we thought we'd be saving money like that. So get the FHA loan. So we did wind up getting the FHA loan. It's my daughter. And so we wound up getting the FHA loan, and but what you don't know is that they add on mortgage insurance when you put less than 20% down, right? So okay, we still was okay with it. I mean, it was an extra $100 and something, almost $200 added on to your mortgage payment, and you don't really. We didn't find out that until we got closer into the housing process, and that's our fault too, because you have to ask questions with your finance or the person that's providing you the mortgage, and you want to ask them too, like you want to ask them what kind of what do they specialize in, okay? But I don't want to get too far technical into that. I can do another video on that. But okay, so I just want to kind of make this as short as I can and just get out the information. So we got an FHA loan, and we got approved for a certain amount of money, which we feel like they do it on your gross income. So they'll give you a great amount of money, but you have to really sit down and figure out what your expenses are and if you can even afford that, because they're not really going on what you can afford, because like I said, they're going on your gross income, what you bring home before taxes are taken out. So okay, we were looking at homes and everything like that. That's the exciting part. And then once you find a home, you want to put in an offer, and then you sign a purchase agreement and everything like that, and an offer, and you put in all your contingencies and stuff like that. And what I learned from that was you also have to put 1% down. You have to give it to your realtor and put 1% down of what the house is. So if it's like one of the homes was around 130 or 1,000, I think it was, and we put I think I had a $1,200 check that we had to put as a what do you call it, good faith, I think that's what it's called. But that does go towards your down payment, and you do get that money back if the offer falls through. So the first home we wanted to get, the first home I wanted to get, I didn't put in an offer quick enough, and somebody else, they accepted the other person's offer. So remember, when you want a home, go ahead and put in an offer. Go ahead and put in, what closing costs and everything that you want them to pay for. The second home, we put in an offer, and they didn't accept the offer. I guess it was too low. We wanted at least $5,000 in closing costs, because closing costs, that's another thing that you have to figure out. You have to ask them what it is, okay? So or you're going to have to come out of pocket. So you want to come out of pocket as little as possible. Well, that's what we wanted to do. So they didn't accept our offer. We could have countered, but we didn't want to pay a certain amount for a home. So that particular home was really nice. Had a really nice kitchen and everything like that. But we wound up not counter offering because, like I said, when I did the comparables in the neighborhood and what the houses were going for, like on that block, and it was just what they were asking for and what the houses were going for on the block was just too big of a difference. And I was just like, no, I just can't. I can't be the most expensive house on the block, because if I wanted to resell that home, you know, the other buyers like me, myself, and my husband, gonna be looking at the same thing. Like, okay, well, you know, I'm not gonna pay for what you want the house to be when you got another house next door that's, you know, way less. You know, it just doesn't make sense. So we just cut our losses with that one. The second home we liked a lot. It was we got a little further with the process where we got to where they first she denied the offer, and then the next day she accepted the offer with our closing costs and everything like that. And then we got to inspection time, and inspection didn't go all that well, but my realtor was like, you know, that's something where you negotiate and everything like that, you know, with the seller. So my main concerns was that the inspection, they said that it needed a new roof. Something was wrong with the HVAC. There were some plumbing issues and some other little minor things, but those are the three main concerns for me. And she didn't want to budge on either of those things. She came back. Her counter offer was, she went up $2,000 in the offer that she already accepted on, and took away $2,000 from my closing costs. So I thought that was a joke. I mean, we could have countered and said, "Come on now, you being ridiculous." You know, she wanted us to help pay for her home, and I was just like, "That's crazy. That's not even our home yet, and you want us to pay for the repairs?" And I just thought that was crazy. I mean, we could have countered, but I was just like, I didn't want. I just felt like she was just being unreasonable. So like I said, it's really up to each individual's family whether or not, you know, what you want to do, how much you want to pay per month and everything like that. And everything that we learned from the home buying experience, which is much more, but I just wanted to give you just some of the things that you can look at, and some of the things that you will have to go through as far as with the home buying process, and the things that we learned from our classes, meaning like with Brother Polite and everything like that. It's very hard when you know the process and what the banks do with the mortgages and everything like that. And I guess you always you start looking for excuses not to get the home, even though you want a home and you feel like you at the right moment in time to get that home and everything like that. But don't rush into it. You know, that's my number one thing. And I feel like I was trying to rush into it, but don't rush into it. Make sure you have enough money. If you're doing it the traditional way where you're getting a mortgage and everything like that, make sure you have enough money. Make sure that your realtor is informative and telling you, like, you know, the area, because the area is very important. The house you can change, you know, the area you can't. So write a list of what you're looking for before you go out there. Like if you want 3 bedrooms, write your must-haves. First write, you know, everything that you want, but then write your must-haves, because you're going to have to compromise on something. Know that, have more than enough saved up for when you start your home buying process. Have more than that down payment, because there's other things that, you know, like I said, that you have to take into account, like closing costs, and you can always offer that into the, you know, when you're doing the offer and when you're buying a home, you can always write that in and everything like that. And I'll do another video on just more detailed information, but I just wanted to keep this kind of short and lets you know that it can be an exciting process, but it's always a learning process. So just, if you didn't take anything out of this video, just know that please, you need to have enough money. Your credit needs to be right. You need to have a trusted realtor. You need to know your mortgage financer. Make sure that they specialize in what what you want. Like if it's an FHA loan, because there's different kinds of loans and different financiers specialize in different things. And ask the questions. Ask what you have to pay for, because there's appraisal fees, and there's who pays for that, who pays for your inspection. Do you get your money back? No, you do not get your money back from the inspection. Well, not the one that I did, but I would say that you need to get an inspection. I think that is very important, because if we didn't get that inspection, we would have known about the roof. And roof repairs can cost up to $10,000, and that roof needed to be replaced. So, but we still do want to buy a home. We're not sure if we're going to go in the traditional mortgage way or deed. That's another story. But if you want more information, if you want me to get more detailed, and if you have any questions about buying your first home, you can comment below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So thank you for listening, and I'll do another video on maybe an update when we start looking again, and we could just probably take you on a journey if we decide to go that way with the mortgage. But I am looking into the deed as well. My daughter. Well, thank you for listening, and please subscribe, and I hope that this gave you some information. Bye.